the Unity gaming engine. Have you heard about it?
Yes, I've heard some information about this. Yes.
Have you played any of the games from this?
No,
I'm pretty sure you probably have, but didn't know you did.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
So this gaming engine is like a way for developers to make a game. So like it's like the underpinnings of the game. Like you build the game with it. So it's like, yeah, the underpinnings of the game. So before it used to be like a mostly free model, and like basically these developers were able to make the game and use it as they saw fit. Then Unity said, I want to slice that pie.
Yeah.
Give me that pie.
Yes.
That
I do
money.
remember this. Yes.
So we're basically going to do like somewhat of a recap and kind of our reaction to it, because we kind of missed out on the initial news on it, but we still have like our own kind of point of view on it. So originally they wanted to have a fee attached to every single download or install of a game.
Yeah, they did. And then just as swift as they released it, the backlash came.
Yes. And what a backlash it was.
Oh
Basically, every single game that was free that people loved was basically going to go away, because imagine this. You have this free game that makes money on the side from like maybe ad revenue that's generated passively, or whatever the case may be. It might just be free. Imagine if that's out there, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, now every time someone installs it or downloads it and then puts it on their computer, you get charged 20 cents.
Yeah.
Or you get retroactively charged. This is the big one.
I know.
Because
this is not good. Okay, go on.
This is the big one that was like what in the world? Because they would basically be bankrupting these people, because for games that had 20,000 downloads or $20,000 in profit, they were going to be back charging or retroactively charging them the 20 cents per install that would have been like charged if it had been the entire time.
That's insane, by the way. This is an insane story, because like retroactively charging you is insane.
It's like you went, I feel like you're like, oh, hey,
you didn't
use
sign
Google
up for it.
It's like, hey, there's this really cool thing, Google search. Have you ever used it? And Gmail has, oh, that's great. And it's like, it's all free. It's like, really? It's all free? Yeah, this search as much as you want, whatever. It's like, oh, that's great. And then you start searching, and it's like, Google's like, hey, we noticed that you've been searching a lot and all this other stuff. Every time you searched, that's actually like 10 cents. Wait, what?
But it was free before.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be 10 cents. And you know what, actually, up until a certain point back in the past, it's going to be 10 cents you're going to have to pay me.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Also, just to point that out.
So now there's going to be a new terms of service or new way they're going to basically have these fees. So effectively, it's going to be they're going to not have the retroactive thing. They took away that.
Yes, that's a good decision.
That's a good.
I remember this. Okay.
Great decision. But there's going to be still a per install fee, and like per install fee and that type of stuff for games that have over $1 million in earnings, U.S. earnings over 12 months, or they can choose to do a 2.5% revenue share plan with Unity, which is a pretty big deal when it comes to like, because like
it's a lot.
All they're doing is, well, they're using the engine, but then like afterwards, it's like it's most of the work from the developer making these assets and like marketing and other things.
Yeah, they're essentially getting like just a kickback from all these things. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think that, I mean, I could see in a world where you need to drive up profits, because like one of the examples that comes to mind immediately is the backlash that originally happened when Netflix decided to crack down on password sharing.
Hmm.
So it basically was free for a lot of people, but then now this free service is now being a charge for each and every person to have. But in this case, people were very upset because instead of just like, oh, like now you're going to have to pay from now on, or they're going to crack down on people like doing this other stuff, it is actually like, basically your game is gone. Like you have to delete your game. Otherwise
Yeah.
you won't be able to afford to have the game.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's honestly a crazy situation on all of this. I think the two options that they give, I think are in a way, one way, they're strongholding you into like a situation
Yeah.
where you end up having to pay them regardless. But
Yeah.
I do understand like them running as a corporation, but then at the same time, it's like I feel like the rollout and the transition could have been a lot smoother.
They could have listened to the employees. The employees, everybody seemed to be very against this whole thing. They're like, hey, this is not a good idea. Hey, I don't think this is going to be good. People aren't going to like this. Hey,
Yes.
this might not go well. And then what do you know? It didn't go well.
It didn't. They had the backtrack. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like this type of content and reviewing of like stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a like to this video. We come out with videos daily.
Yeah, and we have a library of over 100 videos, closing in on 200. So, if you like this type of content, you could subscribe. It's free, and it really does help out the channel.
Yeah. And let us know if you played any of the games that were affected by this whole thing. Not that, apparently they're still going to be there, but a lot of the developers are now considering changing
Oh, I did hear about that.
engines to like maybe Unreal because
I was about to say Unreal Engine. Yeah.
yeah, because people are just like, if they're considering this now and they backtracked, it's only a matter of time before they like try to push a little bit more. Because like the first one is like, let's see how much the community allows. Like let's see where the boundary is, and then we pull back a little bit.
Yeah,
And then we push a little bit more, then you pull back, and then like at some point you like look at it and like, oh wow, they've gone a long way.
It's the whole notion of you give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.